Hello, everybody. Welcome along. It's our second watch along of the weekend. It is Ipswich versus Sunderland in the 5:30 kickoff. We've got about 15 minutes to go, and we've got to talk about all the 3 p.m. action before. Make yourself known in the chat. Say hi and get settled and ready for Ipswich versus Sunderland. Hello, everybody. Welcome along. The 3 p.m.s have just finished. So let's dive straight into what's gone on in the Championship already today. And hopefully that'll take us nicely to talking about Ipswich v Sunderland as we approach kickoff there. So last night we covered that game on the channel. Hull 1. Norwich 2, he says, as he runs over a tambourine of all things there. I think we're looking good. In the 12:30, Leicester lost the game, everybody. They didn't lose it with 10 men, though. But Coventry 3, Leicester 1. We'll have a look at the table because that did put Coventry into the top 6. We'll see if they're still there. In the battle of the new managers, Mowbray versus Williams, it was 2-2, I believe. A late equaliser there for Birmingham against Swansea. Leeds cruise in away from home at Cardiff. No problems for United on the road today. And that puts some pressure on Ipswich, as there's another result we're about to get to. Huddersfield 1, Plymouth 1 is the archetypal unhelpful draw down at the bottom of the table. Millwall 1. Middlesbrough 3. What a great week Middlesbrough have had or are having, winning the first leg of their League Cup semi-final against Chelsea, and now winning down at Millwall in the league as well. Preston 2, Bristol City 0. Ryan Lowe's come under a bit of pressure there, maybe from his own supporters as well. So a decent win for them. Liam Manning's momentum just halted slightly. Rotherham 0, Stoke 1. I know Stephen Schumacher was undefeated. Is that a first win, a second win? We'll have a look at the form in a second. Speaking of the form, though, Southampton 4, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Southampton go second, as we imagined they might do a 19th game undefeated. I think in the EFL. I haven't checked this, but I think there might be 8 wins in a row in the Championship as well at home. They are flying and they have put the marker down. As this game kicks off, Ipswich will go back second. But if Sunderland take the lead at any point or win the game, Southampton will stay in second. West Brom 4, Blackburn 1. Trouble at Blackburn. I think that might be 7 defeats in 9 for Rovers. Let's have a look and see what that's done in terms of the table. Leicester are still miles ahead at the top. They're 10 points clear, although an Ipswich win would pull that in to 7 points clear. But the big news, I guess, is Southampton moving past on goal difference into second place. I believe Ipswich has been in the top 2, I think they said on Sky, since September. Leeds closing up to within 4 points of Ipswich as well. They are hoping for a favour from Sunderland here. Coventry did see out the day in 6th place. Up until now, look there, a draw for Sunderland would put them back into the top 6. Let's have a look down the bottom, where it wasn't a good day for the bottom 3. Rotherham and Sheffield Wednesday both lost. QPR play Watford tomorrow lunchtime. So it's a good day for them in that nobody else won, but you've got to go and win yourself. And as you can see, not much green if you look in the form down there. A few draws just above the line. Huddersfield will be perfectly happy with that. I mean, they would have liked the win, wouldn't they? But it's a 4-point cushion they have over Sheffield Wednesday. Birmingham, a 7-point cushion. Plymouth, well, they needed to just not lose that one today. They would have got reeled in a little bit, and they are 8 points clear. But look at Blackburn now. I know it's a big gap, but they are possibly the most out of form team now in that sort of bottom 8 picture. But they do have themselves a nice cushion. Let's say some hellos and go to the comments. Tyler, welcome you, and Led Zepp, Annie, Matthias, A. Smith, Paul, and Matty as well. Welcome, everybody. We'll have a look now at Ipswich versus Sunderland, and we can do teams and predictions and whatnot. We are endorsed once again by Match Bingo. I've got my card here, so if you do want to head over to Match Bingo, you do still have time before the game. £2 for your card, and you can play along with me, or you can just watch me play along and maybe play along next time. Right, Ipswich versus Sunderland then. Let's get into the team news for this one. We have got it ticking along the bottom. Let me just remove that banner. So, Ipswich, not a full-strength team. Hladky in goal. Clark and Davis. Wolfenden. Burgess is away now with Australia. So, it's Wolfenden and Edmondson for the foreseeable, maybe with a sprinkling of Tuan Zabi at various points. Lewis Travis has been brought in. I'm just seeing some pictures of Southampton and Leeds winning their games by an aggregate score of 7-0 on my screen. West Brom as well. Yes, everyone other than Leicester, or everyone chasing Ipswich rather, has won already today. So, yeah, Lewis Travis straight in. No Luongo, no Morsey either. Wes Burns will not play in central midfield. Jack Taylor will. So, Footmob have got that wrong. It'll be Burns right, Broadhead left, and Chaplin in the 10 position. Caden Jackson up top for Ipswich. No George Hurst, no Sam Morsey, no Cameron Burgess, no Massimo Luongo. So Ipswich probably 4 players away from the full strength team. If you can see some flickering, I might switch that light off. In fact, give me 1 sec. I'm just going to do that because it was charging and I think it's low. 1 sec. Let's kill this light and get in to the Sunderland teams, and hopefully you can. We can get the light switched on in a little bit. Give me your thoughts on that Ipswich 11 in the chat, if you so desire. For Sunderland, it is Patterson in goal. Let's go with what Footmob have got up there. Hume and Alessi, the fullbacks, O'Neill and Ballard. It will be Ekwa and Neil in midfield, not Pritchard. And Mick Beale did say in his pre-match interview that it would be Job Bellingham up front. So assume Barr and Clark. So Barr down the right and Clark down the left are going to be the wide men, with Pritchard in the 10 position. Just looking at the table then for both of these sides, and we can see what a win will do. Yeah, quite an important game for both, actually, when you look at it. So a Sunderland draw would put them back in the playoff spots, which is obviously the goal for Mick Beale. A Sunderland win, they would close, well, not closing because West Brom have won, but they would go to within 2 points of West Brom on 43. And Ipswich win would put them back into second spot on 58, and would actually, the net result would be that Leicester would be the big losers today, although they're still miles clear with an incredible points total. An Ipswich draw would also take them into second place, but an Ipswich defeat and they will stay in third, and they will have handed the initiative in the automatic promotion race over to Southampton. Obviously, we have to set the context here that this is Ipswich, who were in League One last season, up against 3 Year One parachute teams up at the top of the league. So it is what it is, put it that way. But it's certainly been good while it lasted for Ipswich, and they just need to not lose today to keep it up. And there is a certain element in terms of analysing Ipswich, of just get this period done and try and hang in there. And that's what they've been able to do so far. But yes, the squad is being stretched now. And as I reiterate, it is a League One squad from last season up against 3 Premier League squads from last season. Let's have a look in the chat. Vindaloo, good evening to you, Squire. Davis back is huge, says Elliot. Need 2 more strikers in the door. Yeah, and no Morsey as well. Caden Jackson is a runner. Can he make a difference up the top and do some damage? Evening to you, Dave. QPR, Dave's team playing tomorrow. So there you go. They haven't lost today, QPR, Dave. You know, I'm only just in. Of course, the players just coming down the channel. Let me just quickly plug Match Bingo, who have been so good enough to sponsor us here. How can I do that? There we go. What have I got on my card? I need a yellow card. Let's just look at these difficult middles one. Shown in a minute ending in 9. I need a goal in a minute ending in 2. I need 4 minutes stoppage time, which is better than 3, I think. Hopefully we'll get that in the first half. All sorts of other stuff going on there. Oh, dear. Look at that. Down the bottom there, I need 5 substitutions made from Ipswich. That certainly is not going to be coming until late in the game. Get involved on Match Bingo. Head up there, or you can indeed click this QR code, which I don't have to hand. Go to matchbingo.co.uk/BBFC and they'll know we've sent you. There's a QR code on the other screen. Let's go to a couple more comments and then we'll go to predictions. Are we about to find out how critical Morsey and Luongo are? Maybe we are, Paul. Maybe we are. Ipswich not at full strength today, for sure. Nice to have a Saturday without the stress, isn't it? Just, I take a clean sheet, chances created, no additional injuries. Yeah, Ipswich still. Is it Leicester next week for Ipswich? The fixtures don't get any easier. Let me just double check that. Yeah, so Leicester away next. So look, if you're in anywhere near 3 or 4 points from these next 2 games, if you're taking 4 points, which means you've drawn at Leicester, you would be very happy with that from an Ipswich perspective, of course, which I will try not to speak completely from today and keep my objectivity. Right, let's go for predictions. So stick the team names in as well, just to help me out in the comments. You got 16 seconds. How do you see this one going? It is Ipswich versus Sunderland. Get your predictions in via the chat. Right, predictions, get them in via the chat for Ipswich versus Sunderland. Let's see what we get in here. 4-3 to Ipswich. I would take that for 2 reasons, but we'll focus on the entertainment value of 4-3. What else have we got? 2-1 Ipswich. Again, I will take it. 3-1 Ipswich. Quite heavy on Ipswich here. 1-0 Ipswich, 3-1 Ipswich. Obviously, Sunderland. A very decent side, finished in the playoffs. But I think Mick Beale is only, 1, 2, 3. I think he's on his 5th game here. I could be wrong about that, but we will see. There we go. You had one job, guys. Stick the team names in. 2-2. I'll put the literate ones up. There we go. 2-1 Sunderland, says John. Keep your comments coming in. We are about to kick off. It is Ipswich versus Sunderland. So let's make that say 0-0. As we kick off, a reminder, Ipswich go back second. It's only goal difference Southampton have overtaken on. So draw will keep Ipswich in there. But look, as I said, it's Leicester away, and we must not forget Ipswich up against 3 Year 1 parachute teams here. So what they've done is absolutely incredible. And the fact that people are seeing them as an even competitor in this chase is just shows how incredible a job Kieran McKenna has done. Right, let's bang through the teams one more time. We are about to kick off. Looks like we may be doing a minute's silence and minute's applause. Forgive me, I don't know what that is for, but it looks like it is about to happen. So I'm going to go through the teams as ever with these things. I will keep broadcasting. You can observe a minute's silence or applause how you see fit. Please don't be offended if I continue to talk. Hladky in goal for Ipswich. Clark and Davis the fullbacks. Edmondson and Wolfenden. It'll be Travis and Taylor in midfield. That image won't be correct. Burns right, Broadhead left. Chaplin 10 and Jackson down the middle up front. Patterson in goal for Sunderland. Hume and Alessi. O'Neill and Ballard. We expect it to be Ekwah and Neil, not Pritchard. Pritchard will be likely in the 10. With Clark left, Barr right, contrary to what it says. And Mick Beale said in his interview that it will be Job Bellingham up top in the number 9 position, as opposed to Abdullah Barr, which it says there. There we go. You're all right, Lucas. 2-2 he's gone for. Wayne, welcome to you too on Ipswich. Who is the ref is important for me to know. Referee Allison, who I did see do, which game did I see him do? And he was very good, actually. Coventry versus somebody. Coventry, Birmingham, possibly. But he was decent when I saw him, so let's hope he has a good game. Purple Bungalow, welcome to you. A battle of the left-hand side. I think he's talking about Leif Davis and Jack Clark there. Hector, good evening to you and Carl. And I think we are just about ready to go. Ipswich doing the pre-match huddle here without the captain, Sammy Morsey, who is suspended for this game and the game away at Leicester for Ipswich coming up on Monday night next week. We'll try and figure out what to do in terms of scheduling for that one. Guys, obviously, we would be expecting to do the Championship check-in podcast at that point, but maybe we will try and delay if at all possible. And we might well end up watching along here. Let me have a word with Mr. Parkin. Get involved on Match Bingo. Of course, you've still got time to get your card before we kick off. And do as well, make sure you've hit the like button as Pritchard kicks off for Sunderland. And we are away. I'm watching on Sky Sports main event live. I'm on a TV feed. So if you are indeed watching on a smart TV, the Sky Go app, the Now TV app, you're probably going to be behind if you're using an internet feed and not a TV feed. I'll try and give you a time sync if you ask me for one in the chat. Wolfenden stood on the ball for Ipswich at the back. And Edmondson is going to hoot a big diag over to Wes Burns on the right. Alessi wins that. Hoiks it not very accurately clear, but speaking of not very accurately, Taylor gives that one away to Barr, who knocks it in to Ballard in the back four, and O'Neill, the captain, to Hume, to Ekwah. Sunderland just getting their feet on the ball and moving it nicely. And it's prodded forward for Jackson. Ballard didn't quite know where to play that, and he ends up just hoofing that one. I think that's going to go out for a throw-in to Ipswich. Let's get in the comments. Mike, welcome, sir. You can see there Mike is a member. If you click down there, you can become a member. Look, so is Ian as well. You can join the WhatsApp group and the round tables. Greg, morning from New Zealand, up of the town. There you go. Unbelievable quality from Coventry against Leicester. Yeah, they won earlier today. No Morsey, but Travis is a significant new incomer. We will find out, Vindaloo, whether he is or he isn't. Bungalow, unlucky for my Swans, but maybe a draw was fair. A late equaliser, denying Swansea all 3 points against Birmingham today, as Hladky, who's way out of his goal, and the ball's passed back to Wolfenden. I know from having been in this stadium too many times to remember, a certain part of the crowd will not have enjoyed Hladky being outside the goal and the ball being played around the box. But change is difficult for everybody, isn't it? And this is the modern way. This is the modern world. 2:36 on the clock, fairly even possession-wise. Clark gets his first touch, but he's lost it, and Burns knocks it back to Clark. It's all pass in this game. No attempts on goal just yet, and therefore it is 0-0. Taylor, giveaway again from Taylor, who's not started the game terribly well, if I'm not being grossly unfair, after 3 minutes. Still time, much time for him to grow into the game. Thank you for all your likes so far. 21 of them, and I've hit like and made it 22. Please do hit like if you have not already. Pritchard down the left-hand side. Wins the throw-in off Lewis Travis, and he's going to wait for Alessi to come up the line, the left back, so he can take it. Neil knocks it into the back four, and nicely worked back into the left back spot for Alessi. Jack Clark, that's going to be fun. Harry Clark getting very tight on Jack Clark, the star man really for Sunderland. Superb player on the left wing. Ekwa, big presence in central midfield. Bellingham exchanges passes with Neil. This is good from Sunderland. Pritchard hits a very ambitious shot. Not only is he a long way out, he's on the angle to the right-hand side, and he blasts that one over the crossbar. But Sunderland probably the edging it based on the last 2 minutes of passing, which has been very decent from the Black Cats. Wolfenden has it for Ipswich. The goals have dried up for Ipswich indeed, haven't they? The last 2 league games have been 0-0. Obviously, George Hurst stepped out injured in the Leicester game, so perhaps you can track that to his absence. And I think it's no secret that Ipswich are in for a striker in this transfer window. We think Hurst is going to be out for the season. Or if he does get back, it's not going to be for many games. Clark is defending Alessi. That's poor from Clark. He's let Alessi in. Alessi puts it across the box. Bellingham hits the shot. Ipswich survive, but and a poor clearance as well, headed back in by Ekwa. Clark's mistake puts them on the back foot here. Crossed in, goodness me. Architects of their own downfall there. Really poor from Clark, trying to shepherd it out. He played the man, not the ball, and the man just ran around him, and Bellingham hit the shot straight at Hladky. Nervous defending from Ipswich there. They got away with it. What will happen first? Plymouth win an away game or Pompey getting out of League One? Surely Plymouth will win an away game before Pompey get promoted. You'd think they've got until Easter, wouldn't you? Hit the like button. Thank you. If Timu Pukki was playing for Ipswich, would go up. Well, I think if you stick a high 20s striker in most teams, they'd be challenging, wouldn't they? But yeah, I can't disagree with that. Who would be an ideal striker for Ipswich? Didier Drogba in his prime, Dave, I would take. You're just not going to get the ideal striker in January without parachute payments and FFP. Here comes Burns down the right. Burns puts it across the box, and Jackson sliding in. It was an open goal. Couldn't connect. If he did, it was 1-0 to Ipswich. Excellent from Wes Burns. Travis to Wolfenden. Wolfenden to Clark. And Clark pops it out of play. Back a couple of minutes for Harry Clark. Now, was Caden Jackson on his heels, or did he do not a lot wrong there and just couldn't quite convert? Let's have a look. Yeah, you'd be looking at Jackson there, wouldn't you? Burns doesn't do a lot wrong. He lays it on a plate. And Jackson not able to slide that one into the back of the net. Muniz on loan. Yeah, that'd do. That'd do, Mike. Yeah. I think he had a stint on loan. Where was he? Middlesbrough last season. Should we be playing Hutchinson more? Quality player. Nah, I think Burns and Broadhead just have the edge for me, but I'm sure we'll see Amari Hutchinson for Ipswich at some point today. Harry Cornick, 40 million. Yeah, right. But they need somebody, don't they, Ipswich? And Broadhead. 2 unforced errors there in the last minute from Ipswich. You can see just a little bit on edge. Am I being unfair to Caden Jackson here? I don't know. I think if you're a striker, that's the kind of service you want and expect to score from, don't you? And he's just not quite there with it. You're hoping he anticipates that. Hey, maybe I'm being unfair. Maybe I am. But what more do you want as a striker than the ball smashed across the 6-yard box? So you just got to slide it into the open net. Sinclair Armstrong turns into prime Les Ferdinand. I suspect you are. Mick Mills was 75 last week. Is he on the commentary? Good old Mick Mills, who would certainly make most Ipswich greatest 11s, wouldn't he? Well, I'm not entirely sure who you put in a. Maybe if Leif Davis keeps going, and no, look, he's not going to replace Mick Mills, is he? Whatever he does. Mick Mills winning the FA Cup, the UEFA Cup, captain in England. Finishing twice in the top division a couple of times and playing hundreds of games. You'll do well to shift him out of an Ipswich greatest 11, aren't you? The great Mick Mills. Here is Chaplin. I think that's the first time we've mentioned him. Knocks that into Taylor. Oh, Ipswich are not playing well here. Their passing's normally very, very smooth. And I've now seen unforced errors from Clark and Taylor twice, I think. Sunderland can really get after Ipswich here. They are missing Morsey, aren't they? In the central area there, and they do look a bit nervous, I have to say. I understand Ipswich miss Hurst to strike and need replacement. Aren't they still capable of the likes of Broad and Chaplin? It's not just the goals, Purple Bungalow. It's Hurst being a big unit and stretching the back line and holding the ball up. Just a good 6, 7 out of 10 out of everything. Very much missed when he's not there. Here comes Jack Clark down the left wing for Sunderland. Knocks it into Alessi. Bellingham is closed down by Travis, and I would smell blood if I was Sunderland here. Ipswich, a few little errors without Morsey and Burgess and Luongo and Hurst. Is it there for Sunderland if they can just get on the ball here? Ballard winning the 50-50 in the air with Jackson. Is anything a 50-50 between Ballard and Jackson? Who knows? Nervy times if you're an Ipswich fan like I am. But it's 0-0. Let me know how your team got on today and what you thought of their performance. Nothing doing for me so far on Match Bingo. I think I might have to switch screens and then we'll be able to find it. Yeah, so I've got to go to In Play. How are we doing? Oh, we have got some purple. Look at that. It's up nice and early for me. If we had horizontal lines, look, attempt off target, attempt saved, and a throw-in, all for Sunderland there. But we need to go across. But looking okay, £175 in the prize pot, 25 quid for that first line. Ipswich look disorganised tonight. Not a good start, has it, Metal Jace? I know the bar is very high and Ipswich have looked very slick, But again, they give the ball away. You aren't old enough to remember Mick Beale. No, I'm not Billy Bob Bulldogs. But I know my history. Understand similar versatility we missed. Exactly like that after Pirro left. Kieran McKenna needs his players. I mean, there's not a lot McKenna can do. He'll have set the team up to within an inch of their life with all the details. The players need to execute, and not been a bit of a muddly, messy start there, and the ball given away again, this time by a Broadhead. And I'll repeat what I said. If I'm Sunderland, I'm liking the look of this. But Broadhead, former Sunderland player, wins it back. Bellingham, though, does really well to win it back and turn between the two players. But it is now back with Luke Wolfenden, Edmondson, Taylor. Can Ipswich get those patterns going without Sam Morsey and Massimo Luongo in central midfield? Sorry if you see me keep grabbing at my shoulder here. Would you believe, ridiculously, I was doing a gig last week and I had my in-ear monitors and I was doing one in, one out just so I could hear the audience and the rest of the band. And I reached down, it got stuck the other side. I reached down in a very silly way down my back and I've tweaked my shoulder and I've been in pain all week because of that one moment. Here is Wes Burns down the right-hand side. Burns puts it in low. Huge chance. Blocked. It was Jack Taylor. Chaplin tries to follow up. It's back with Burns. Here's Chaplin again. Chaplin back to Burns. Oh, he tries the same pass. Sunderland can't get it clear and there's a foul. And Jack Taylor probably should have put Ipswich in front there, shouldn't he? Burns is playing well down the right-hand side. He's done his bit here. Look at that for a great pass. I mean, it's a good block by Luke 09, but got to be scoring that. That's a pretty big chance from, I'm trying to think the distance. I think he's inside the penalty, in front of the penalty spot. Sky are going to give us another replay here. He's got to score that. He's got to angle that to Patterson's, anything to Patterson's left, and he scores there, doesn't he? Not a great finishing, but Ipswich making probably the best chance of the game. Away the lads, says Mateus. I'm forever blowing bubbles. Pretty bubbles in the air. Lovely song, that. West Ham, West Ham. You're very welcome here, Joey. Whoever you support, you're very welcome in the chat tonight. Ipswich not starting particularly well, but probably they're forcing the two best chances of the game. Wes Burns certainly playing well, isn't he? He's made both chances from the right-hand side. And here he is again, well found by Caden Jackson. Burns pops the cross in again. Decent clearance. Here is Travis on the edge of the box. Good tackle by Bellingham. And here comes Barr on the break. Decent game this. And as soon as I say that, Barr passes the ball straight out of play. If anyone's counting the unforced errors, I think that's probably about 4-2 to Ipswich now. They're trying to play football the right way. Nice time to be in the chat considering the game on Tuesday. Yes. And Aaron, Joe, you can go at it. Bristol City versus West Ham. Another switch of play. And Chaplin miscontrols now. How's Travis? Yeah, he's got that right, hasn't he, with his apostrophe there, Gary. Holding. They'll try and rotate Travis and Taylor. Right now, he's not. They're kind of double pivoting, but you'd imagine there'll be a fair bit of rotation and not one player will have one specific role. You would think, though, Jack Taylor, as he did a minute ago, would be the one to be getting forward into the box rather than Lewis Travis, to Gary's point there in the chat. If you're watching on Twitter, by the way, as Gary seems to be, then do give the stream a like as well. There you go. Purple Bungalow doing my bidding for me. Smash the like if you haven't. You almost double it. Absolutely. How are we doing for likes? Let me hit refresh on here because I got this wrong yesterday. Sunderland just building out from the back. 36 likes. Let's see if we can get up to 50 by half time. 0-0, but Sunderland on the attack. Pritchard. He's got Clark out to his left. Finally gives the ball to him. Clark knocks it inside. Neil to Alessi. And another unforced error as he slides that out of play. Vindaloo, commentary were impressive today. High intensity from the start. Whichever team steps up can take this, I think. Agree on all counts there, Vindaloo. Embarrassed to say, I usually need a reminder. No problem. Adam, I like your channel. And Blackburn lost 4-1. Are you a Blackburn fan, Adam? What's going wrong at Blackburn? Am I right that is 7 defeats in 9 for Blackburn? They're probably the out-of-form team in the entire division now, aren't they, Rovers? I like watching them, but they're not getting the results at the moment. Broadhead down the line, looking for Davis, and Davis has been surprisingly quiet thus far. Pretty much the left back there, Ipswich's most potent chance creator. Broadhead, nice ball in, knocked off from Chaplin to Jackson, who can't quite sort his feet out. The shot dribbles wide of the post. Chaplin wanted a corner. Think it's a goal kick. Jackson couldn't quite get the effort on target. The little banker placed a cheeky acca. Not me, because I'm on Match Bingo. And we are endorsed by Match Bingo tonight. No one has taken the first line yet over on Match Bingo. So I'm still in the game. And both of these sides still in the game. Ipswich 0, Sunderland 0. As I reiterated at the start of the game, the second this one kicked off, Ipswich went back in to second place. But if Sunderland take the lead, Ipswich will drop out of the top 2 and into third. We're not quite at that point in the season where we are checking every little manoeuvre of every team. But worth watching. Another unforced error. Come on, lads, on both teams here. Ballard sliding that one out of play there. Bit untidy from both sides. Mateus, come on. Black Cats. Whoever you support, you are very welcome on our stream here. Make your feelings known in the chat. And you can do that without being a wally, like we sometimes get on the internet. Not accusing. Our live chat tends to be decent, doesn't it? Chris, welcome. All good. A bit nervous at Ipswich's messy first 10, 15 minutes, but they made a couple of chances since. Great result for the Sky Blues today. Coventry fans, understandably very happy. I'd imagine the same's true for Coventry as it is for Southampton today. I think Sunderland would be back in the top 6 now as things stand. We'll bring the live league table up in a minute. Blackburn is surely the cause for concern. Yeah, have we done them recently? If we haven't, I'm sure Mr. Parkin will be texting me before Monday to say that's who he wants to select, and we can argue about it. Unless Ipswich get thrashed today, in which case it can be Ipswich. Yeah, Sunderland, as it stands, are back up into 6th. So if you're a Coventry fan, you're going to want an Ipswich win. If you're a Southampton or a Leeds fan, you're going to want a Sunderland win here. What else have we got in the chat? The unambiguous. Come on, Mackems need a result for Leeds. Adam, evening, Ben and chat. Sounds a lively start for Ipswich. It's fairly down the middle, I have to say. This game could be decided by mistake because both sides are kind of cancelling each other out in terms of the passing. But we have seen a few unforced errors from both sides. Draw will be fine for me, says Chris, with a Leeds shirt in there. You realise, you Leeds fans, Ipswich has got to go to Leicester away next week. So if they don't drop points today, they're probably going to next week. Play the long game, wise man say. Not calling me a wise man. I'm saying a wise man told me, always play the long game. Which you have to in a 46-game championship season. I'm doing fairly well on match bingo, actually. Look at that. That middle line's looking okay, isn't it? I need a yellow card in a minute ending in 9. But unfortunately for me, referee Allison is actually quite good, isn't he? And we're unlikely to see too many yellow cards. He'll try and keep a lid on it, won't he? But ho-hum. Morsey not playing as well reduces the chances of me getting yellow card in a minute I want. Alessi, nice ball into Bellingham. Clark fouls Job Bellingham. And right on cue, here comes the yellow card in a minute ending in 3. No good for Harry Clark, that. No good for me either. Clark sliding in from the side. And, I mean, he got a little bit on the ball, but he does take Bellingham down, having been beaten. Newcastle 0, Manchester City 1. I think in the predictions with Mikey on that one, I said 3-0 Man City. So what time did that one kick off, Annie, then? Was that another 5:30? Is that who we're up against? The treble winners, Man City. Bellingham, presumably being told by Mick Beale, get up front. You're supposed to be playing number 9. And that indeed is where he's moved. And he's just received the ball in the number 9 spot. Jack Clark's completely open in the box. Clark! Oh, good chance there. And a player of Jack Clark's quality would expect to find the far corner there. He puts it straight at Hladky. Harry Clark gets caught narrow there. And it's a poor finish, actually, from Jack Clark. Not even taking into account his quality. You'd think he could have either opened up his body and found the far corner. That would have been the easier finish. But near post would have been open as well. 1-1, my prediction says Mateus. Everyone below Blackburn are finding form. Yet Blackburn keep dropping lower game by game. Can't disagree with that. There is a big cushion, though, isn't there? And as we always say, things move very slowly at the bottom of the table. Corner for Sunderland. Jackson and O'Neill getting unnecessarily handsy. Jackson needs to be careful here. He doesn't concede an unnecessary penalty. Corner's headed away. It's won by Davis, who goes down. No foul given. Ekwa, nice feet. He knocks it off to Clark. Oh, and Jack Clark smashes that one into the top corner. I said a minute ago, a player of his quality has got a better finish in his locker than that. And there it was. Clark, right-footed, hammers that one into the top corner. And it is Ipswich 0, Sunderland 1. Jack Clark, as we said, the main man for Sunderland, gives the Black Cats the lead. 25 on the clock. Get your thoughts in the comments. Sorry, I said it was Ekwa in the build-up. It wasn't. It was Barr, who does well, dribbles in unchallenged. It's just excellent from Clark, isn't it? Gets on the edge of the box, one touch with the left foot. It's not totally in the top corner, is it? But he absolutely smashes it. Hladky's got precious little chance of saving it from that angle. And it is Ipswich 0, Sunderland 1. And that will open things up. And that will be very well received by Southampton fans as well. Because as we said, the second in this game, Sunderland take the lead. Southampton go back into the top 2. So Saints will be second. No good for my match bingo either. I needed a goal ending in a minute, ending in 2. And that was in the 25th minute. Jack Clark, we put him in the thumbnail for this video for a reason. He is the main man for Sunderland, and he has given the Black Cats the lead. What do you say in the comments? Goal, worrying form for Ipswich. Can't disagree with that. Come on, says the little banker. This would be a great local derby. I think Ewan's playing fantasy football there. Greg, if we don't take our chances, another loss coming. Bubbles burst for Ipswich. Playoffs. Well, I disagree on 2 counts there, Ben. Ipswich were grossly overachieving, weren't they? I think I said if you're within 25 points of the year 1 parachute, and I'm not sure any bubbles are burst. And I think going from overachieving to just performing is stretching the point. But, Clark goes down the right-hand side. Harry Clark's a good save from Patterson there. And there's not a lot Ipswich can do in terms of the transfer business just because of the FFP. Good save that from Anthony Patterson in the chat. Ex-Leeds lad doing it for us. Yeah? Can we sign Clark back? Cost you a pretty penny if you want Jack Clark. I think Burnley were rebuffed. 15 million was the price I'd heard in the summer, and Sunderland weren't interested at that price. Wolfenden clips that to nobody in particular. Sunderland survive. Ipswich have made 3 decent chances now in this game. Harry Clark with the latest there. Good save by Patterson. We're just seeing the goal again. Ipswich is getting narrow from the set play, and Clark smashing it into the net. But saying about the Ipswich chances, Caden Jackson not able to slide in Wes Burns cross, and Jack Taylor as well. So Ipswich have made chances, but they are behind in this one. In the end of the season, I think it'll be a battle for top 6 between Sunderland and Ipswich Coventry. I mean, the one thing you can say about Ipswich is that the points total, to have 55 now with 20 games to go, you'd have to be worse than relegation form. I mean, survival form now, a point per game would take Ipswich to 75. So even if they're a sort of upper bottom half team for the rest of the season, they should finish in the playoffs, shouldn't they? But yeah, struggling at the moment, Ipswich, with some difficult opponents and missing Morsey, Hurst, Burgess and Luongo today. Wolfenden, half hour gone, knocks it out to Clark. Clark closed down. And there is George Hurst and Massimo Luongo, who rolled his ankle on Thursday, according to Kieran McKenna. Those players will not be impacting this game. Here's Pritchard. That's an interesting one there. I thought the first one was a foul. Ref played advantage, I think. He's blown up for the second one. And Sunderland are playing this quite well, aren't they? And now they can sit and spring out, can't they? Sunderland on the telly again on Friday. I might do a watch-along for that one. Sunderland versus Hull. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, was that like 4-4 last season? Is that the one? Here is Pritchard then with the free kick. Cleared away. Ben in the chat, prove to me you're not a jerk or I'll block you. We play nicely in the chat here. So may I suggest you do so or go elsewhere. Happy to have you here, of course. Coming up 32 minutes. Wolfenden. Out it goes to Davis. I tell you, Sunderland have done a good job of keeping Leif Davis quiet in this game. He's been a bit of a spectator. Wes Burns hasn't. He's created all the Ipswich chances, hasn't he? Burns crosses left-footed. Ekwa heads that one away. Taylor going down the left wing into a bit of a cul-de-sac. And Pritchard clears. Here's Wolfenden. Travis fires that one through Jackson. And there is the equalizer. Big task Caden Jackson in tonight. And he has got the equalizer. Slid through. There was a little touch, I think, from Chaplin on the way through. And Jackson finishes well. And it is 1-1. Let me know your take in the chat. Yeah, he plays the offside really well. It's a good ball by Travis. Sunderland give Travis way too much space. If Chaplin meant that touch, that's either a brilliant touch by Chaplin. Looking for a handball by Wolfenden. Probably not. Let's see this Chaplin touch again. That's either absolutely brilliant or very lucky. I need to see another replay to tell you. But Ipswich are level and go back second in the table. Caden Jackson stepping up to replace George Hurst. And he gets in. Please don't kick me off when I'm down up and down. No, you're good, man. You're good. Sounds like a good game, this. It's a bit hodgepodgey, I have to say, Chris. Good stuff, Kane. 1-1 beautifully taken. Top two. Here we come. Closer to a 3-2 win. Brilliant through ball. I need to see a replay. If anyone's wound that one back, is that an absolutely brilliant touch by Chaplin to play Jackson in? Or is it a really lucky touch? Here comes Clark down the left. Oh, Clark fed in. Good cover from Taylor. And it's going to be, is that not a corner? Look like a corner to me, but I think it's going to be a goal kick. Are we level? Lovely gubbly. Well, I shouldn't say we, because I'm supposed to be being objectively impartial here on this channel. It's not the Blue Monday channel. Damn, but at least Jackson scored, so not too sad. Oh, there's a handball by Taylor. Not given. I'm guessing he's saying it bounced up off his foot, but his arm was right out there. I think last two decisions have certainly gone Ipswich's way, haven't they? Ref could have got them right, but they were definitely borderline, both of them. Here is Edmondson for Ipswich. It's 1-1. Jack Clark and Caden Jackson, the goal scorers. Was it a lucky touch, Mike? I remember watching that. Do you remember that? I'm not comparing Connor Chaplin to Dennis Bergkamp here. I remember having to watch that Dennis Bergkamp goal against Newcastle about 50 times to realise that that wasn't a lucky touch. Caden Jackson has gone down. This will just be ridiculous if he gets injured now. He's holding his right ankle. He stood up. Hopefully, from an Ipswich standpoint, he's okay. Because Ipswich are missing George Hurst already. And they could do with Caden Jackson not getting crocked as well. It's going to be a free kick to Sunderland, which Dan Neal is going to take. Hands on hips. He's taken it short, trying to find a better crossing angle here. They got in Ipswich in a hell of a pickle, didn't they, from that recycled corner before the goal. But Broadhead wins it back to Ipswich. 1-1 here. Jackson looks like he is running okay. Oh, by the way, I'll give you a match bingo update in a second. It might be good news for us. Pritchard, though, crosses in. Flagkey comes and grabs it. We are one away from that middle line. Look at that. If we get a yellow card, in a minute ending in 9, and we're coming up to the 39th minute, we could be on for the win here on match bingo. So when it gets to minute 39, I don't want anyone to get hurt, but we need we need a yellow card from somewhere. Carbos, if he is out, can we get Broadhead up top and Hutchison in? Yeah, that could be a solution. If not, I think we're down to Gassana Hadmi, aren't we? That's a deep cut. Who else is on the bench? Shane Aluko, Toran Zabi, Bull, Harness. Oh no, Ladapo. Sorry, I'm being silly. Ladapo's still there, of course. Ladapo would be the guy, wouldn't he? And Jackson trusted today. 2 quick Newcastle goals, now 2-1. What is going on there? Indeed. Right. We are going to enter the 39th minute, and for the sake of my match bingo card, we need a yellow card in minute 39. So can someone kick the ball away or pull someone's shirt or mouth off? And we might be claiming the first line. Ipswich 1, Sunderland 1 here in the Watchalong tonight. Ernie, what do you think of Coventry win? Very impressive. Anyone gets anything against Leicester, I'm very impressed with. Obviously, we cannot ignore the caveat that Leicester played with 10 for a while, but Coventry are in fine form. Here's Taylor. Wolfenden. Can we get our yellow card? We have got 40 seconds. Is it happening? Here comes Edmondson for Ipswich. Slid down the line. Here's Davis. Davis travelling forward. Tries to find Chaplin, but it runs for Burns. Burns pops the cross in. Half cleared. Ballard heads it. Burns heads it down. Jackson spins and shoots. Sticks it over the crossbar or wide of the goal and over the crossbar. High, wide and handsome. It's nicely anticipated by Chaplin as Ballard climbed. Jackson trying his best to quickly swivel and hit the Ian Rush shot, I call it. Love Caden Jackson, but he's not Ian Rush. And I am not winning at match bingo. Damn. We have to wait until the 49th minute. Can we hang in there? No yellow card there for me. It is, however, a goal kick for Patterson for Sunderland. As we approach half time. George Hurst there. Lots of shots of him on the bench, watching on. His absence being felt by Ipswich. Come on, Town. We can win this, says Greg. In the chat. How does the bingo work? Billy, it's a minute ended in 9. So it is not the 39th minute. It is 39 to 40, obviously. They've got that cleared up. Don't worry. It is Hume. Excuse me, that's not Hume, is it? It was O'Neill. Hume's got nice and wide ahead of him. Here's Barr. It's a foul by Edmondson. We're not going to get the yellow card now, are we? I think he might get away with that, Edmondson. Did he get booked? I don't think he did. Kind of made it look like he was bumping into Abdullah Barr. Pritchard is going to take the free kick once again for Sunderland. Ballard is up. Let's say O'Neill. Who else is in there? Bellingham. In it comes right-footed. Ooh, headed down. Is it going to fall to Ballard? There's a handball appeal. It's gone clear. Pritchard will cross again, headed away by Edmondson. And it's back with Hume. Slavic. Sunderland will win. Well, there we go. We can stop what we're doing and I can get home with dinner then. How about that? Equa booms that one forward. Again, Jack Clark's free on the left-hand side. Can they find him now? Equa goes into Neil. Equa to Hume. Hume to Barr. Back to Hume. It's good football. And of course, as soon as I say that, it's given away. But Sunderland do win that back. And then they give it away again. If anyone uses a data provider that shows unforced errors, I reckon there's been 10 in this game so far of just players essentially giving the ball straight out of play. For two teams with aspirations to be playing, passing, flowing football, probably not the one, is it? Burns. Clark. And that is blocked. Jack, favourite pasta shape. Would you believe, because my daughter, like most 2-year-olds, is obsessed with dinosaurs, her granddad bought her dinosaur-shaped pasta for Christmas. So my favourite pasta shape is dinosaur-shaped. And I've answered that question. Feel free to not ask any similar questions to that. Now we've got that out there before it fills with comments about 20 horse-sized ducks or one duck-sized to, I don't know, horse, whatever. Whatever that silly question is that everyone asks. Travis. Clark. Clark turns inside. Gives that one out to Burns, who I think has been Ipswich's best player, hasn't he, down the right. Burns puts the cross in, headed away by Ballard. Bellingham. Sunderland win it back, obviously. Neil, let's say it's a bit messy, a bit hard to call that. In the end, run out of play. Ball's thrown away by Jack Clark there, who is lucky not to get booked for that. We've seen plenty of players. Getting yellows for that this season. Referee Allison lets that one go. No one still won the first line on match bingo, by the way. Oh, damn. And we've got 2 minutes of stoppage time and I needed 4. I suck at match bingo, don't I? Ooh, slide through trying to get Broadhead going. Just cut out there and Ballard knocks it to Luke O'Neill. Ballard. 46:33 on the clock. So this will be the last phase of play before half time. The free kick to Sunderland. About 10 seconds of minimum stoppage time to play. Ipswich 1, Sunderland 1. We've hit minute 47. Taylor heads that one towards the touchline. And there goes the halftime whistle. Pretty even, I would say. Ipswich have created more chances, haven't they? Burns Probably the standout player there, crossing for Jackson. Jackson's sliding goal, which can't convert. Burns also teeing up Jack Taylor for a good chance. The 2 goals, Jack Clark smashing in the opener for Sunderland. Nice little left foot control, right foot hit. I don't know what goal number that is for the season for Clark, but it'll be a nice, healthy total. Caden Jackson, a big narrative around him today. He is filling in for George Hurst. Ipswich in the market for a striker. Hurst out for the season, and Jackson gets his goal. And look, if you're a striker and you play a football match and you score, you do consider you've done your job, although there's plenty of other work for Caden Jackson to do today. Look at the XG. God, 1.33 for Ipswich to 0.31. That reads quite well. Possession in Sunderland's favour, though, 52-48. My eye test tells me it's a reasonably even game, but that data tells us that Ipswich probably have edged it in terms of the chance creation. The score is 1-1. I would love you to get your thoughts in via the comments. And as ever at halftime, I need the toilet, so I'm going to give you 2.5 minutes to do that. We will be right back. Get your thoughts in via the comments. It's Ipswich 1, Sunderland 1. Oh, we have missed our cue to get back in. How long have you been sat there? Hey, my apologies. I tried to make myself a coffee in the 2.5 minute break. I think I just about managed it, but the water was running low, which slowed down. I always do 2 presses on the coffee machine. So my apologies. Let me know how long you were sat looking at an empty chair for and an empty room. But let's get your comments in the chat here. Come on, you tractor boys. Coventry. Yeah, that's true. Southampton fans, Coventry fans do have a vested interest in this one. Will Jackson surprise and slot in straight like Flagkey has? I hope so. Purple Bungalow. I don't think so, but I hope so. He's been at the club a long, long time, and is kind of typecast now as a very... Sorry, let me light this candle here. Just get a little bit of extra heat in this freezing cold office room here. What are they looking at here on Sky? Flagkey saved 25 minutes. I've got a big circle around Flagkey. Back gambling the wrong way there. Shocking ref, says Jono. I do not agree, Jono. Let me know what you think he's got wrong. I think he's been perfectly fine, actually. But there we go. Delighted for Jackson to score. Big pressure on whoever was in the 9 role. His work rate on the ball has been excellent. Travis has done well without setting the world alight. Only a few seconds. Yeah, I missed it maybe. Was it 15 seconds? Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Not good. Every time an Ipswich player goes near a Sunderland player, they just fall over and the ref gives them a free kick. Right, the Shire Shark. Exaggeration for effect doesn't really work. So if you can give us some examples rather than making blanket statements like that, which aren't much help. But I'm not sure that's massively accurate. Clark's a baller, but Ipswich play the better football, have the better manager. Taylor needs a run of games, says AJ. Yeah, I probably agree with that, actually. Haven't you got any heating in your office? Michael, that is a great question. There's a little heater thing there, but you would not believe how hard it is to heat this room. If I were to come in, it's a good finish that by Jackson. Sorry, let me just see the Jackson goal again. How lucky is this touch by Chaplin? Oh, very lucky. God, yeah, I didn't notice that. So Chaplin tries to lay it off and it bounces off a Sunderland player. I hadn't realised that. So, yeah, there is an element of luck there to that Ipswich goal, isn't there? And it runs through nicely for Jackson, who finishes well. But, yes, it is very, very, very hard to heat this room. And then we just can't afford to put the heater on like 2 hours before a stream every time, can we? Mike, you absolute legend. Happy New Year, boss. Love a watch along. We love having you here, Mike. And regular watchers of the channel will know that this very chair I'm fitting in, Mike is such a lovely guy that he saw I was having trouble with my neck and donated a chair. So, yeah, thank you, Mike. He's become a good mate, actually, as well. So really, really do appreciate that. Mike, I'll see you for one of the playoff finals. Again, that'd be fun. Twitter has become quite poisonous. So soon to hate Clark. What is that? The Ipswich Twitter turning on Harry Clark? Dearie me. Get an oil radiator. Yeah, I know this one's supposed to be like that, Jerry, but literally it's that tall. So I think I just don't want to spend tons and tons of money trying to heat this room. I know, killer, isn't it? NB thought we looked all right considering Hurst Morsey out. Jackson grown into the game. Yeah. I would agree with that. Right, give me, do you want to do where in the world or should we do a roll call? Let's do where in the world, always a fun game. No silly answers, please. I'm actually curious to know where people are actually watching from. So just type in your location you're watching from right now, and you've got 18 seconds to do it. Let's play where in the world. Right, let us know where you're watching from. We're playing where in the world. That gives me a little chance to update my max bingo card. So we are still in the game. The first line has not gone. If we get a yellow card in a minute ending in 9, so the 49th minute would be the next one, we might be in with a chance. And thank you as ever to the brilliant people at Max Bingo, especially James, who I deal with. Right, let's play where in the world and see where you are watching from. Always good to hear from you guys. Tim is in Edinburgh, which makes me hear bagpipes because I've only ever gone in the festival. Lolo do Wednesdays on the toilet. Nice. Gately Stockport, says the Shire Shark. Norway, we spoke to Carboss last night, and Christopher. Ireland, Dave is in the West Country. Vindaloo's in Barcelona. Norman is in Thaxted, which is a very satisfying word to say, if I can pronounce my TH properly. Excuse me. Bungalow is in Swansea. Jeff is in Norwich. Victoria, Australia. Very nice. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Pasconjac. Sorry if I butchered that. Is in Adelaide. Greg Gesser is in Acle in Norfolk. AJ's in Centre Parks. Are you in the one near me? I live quite near the one in Bedfordshire. Alfie watching from beautiful Nelson's County. Jace is not far from me in Cambridge. And Michael's even closer in Leighton Buzzard. Joey is in Basildon, which stands to reason for a West Ham fan. Mike is in Melbourne in Australia. Hector up in Manchester. And Ian is on the bus home from our latest defeat, representing Rotherham, Roll on August and League One. It shouldn't hurt, for heaven's sake, but it does. It always hurts. There was another couple of comments here. Leicester and Southampton automatic promotion. West Brom v Leeds playoff final at Wembley. Not beyond the realms of possibility of that. Which idiot does the EFL schedule? Do you agree it should change? Sure, you relate. Ipswich v Leicester twice in quick succession. Well, you got to play him twice. But yeah, it's not fun playing him twice in quick succession, isn't it? But ho-hum, most teams are going to struggle against Leicester this season. North Norfolk, Billy Bob is. Put a heat pack on that neck. Yeah, believe me, Mike, that's the morning routine. It's just annoying because I've been doing well with my movement and going to the gym and whatnot, and trying to strengthen it up. But that one thing, reaching on the gig to get my in-ear monitors, has put my shoulder out. So stupid, isn't it? And then don't get old, kids. And then you're overcompensating, aren't you? But there you go. Guys, help me out. It really, really does help. Obviously, it's a lot to ask. If you can support in any which way. And the best way to do that is via Patreon or membership. Now, you might see a YouTuber with millions of subscribers and views a week driving a Bentley. It's a bit more modest, I have to say, when you're covering the Championship. So if you can find a few quid each month to support over on Patreon or by hitting the join button here, you are making the world of difference for myself, Shaylee, and Enid. Yeah, so do get involved if you can over on Patreon or by hitting the membership button for very, very little. It's basically, consider it a donation, the price of a Costa or a Starbucks or wherever you get your coffee once a month. And you get to join the WhatsApp group. You get to come in the roundtable chats that we have as well. And it's just a big help for me. It is tricky to make money out of doing this, and given the amount of time one spends on it, one needs to do so. But you can support just by hitting the like button. So if everybody could do so right now, we call this a like spike. We're on 60 at the moment. Let's see if we can get up towards 75. Everybody hit like right now. You've got 9 seconds. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. The unambiguous. Are you always so calm and collected? I've seen you a few times on Joe's channel. Always come across as a top bloke. Thank you so much. The unambiguous, very kind. No, I'm not always so calm and collected. An example today was when the missus opened the mail and I forgot to pay the council tax, and they were one of their nice threatening letters. So yeah, I wasn't very cool and calm and collected then, put it that way. Ever tried a chiropractor? Yes, I have. Dr. Ray, during COVID. It was a help, but it was bloody expensive, I tell you. Oh, Hector was the first of the gang with a gun in his hand. Thank you so much. Drink to Hector, who's just signed up as a member. Hector, find my email either on the YouTube. If you go to About, you'll find it, or DM me and we'll add you to the WhatsApp group, Hector. It'd be great to have you involved. Or some of the lads in the chat, Mike's here, Dave's here, will give you my number and we'll add you into the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much. Really, really kind. Bailiffs coming in. No, but they're a bit aggressive, aren't they? It's like, we will take you to court if you don't pay your council tax. And right on cue. Thank you so much, Paul. Yeah, I'm sure Borough fans are cock a hoop this week. We'll drink to Paul. Thank you so much, fella. $4.99 on the super chat. Love your content. That is very, very kind of you, Paul. Borough doing the EFL proud this week. They got the win today at Millwall, but in midweek beat Chelsea as well. Right, let's read some more of these comments here. If you can, choose Patreon to spend more money. Look, any support we really, really appreciate. Have you tried spinning it? No, I haven't. That would be a good idea. But any of you parents out there, try and find an hour in your day when you've got a 2-year-old to do anything, let alone swimming. Hard work. Thank you so much, Hector. Make sure you do find a way of DMing me, because this happens on here. People sign up on YouTube and then I can't find them. So DM me on Twitter or find my email is in the About section on YouTube. Right. Let's get back into this. It's 1-1. We are about to kick off the second half. So what I will do is quickly rattle through the teams one more time and we'll get back into the action. Clyde Keating, we've kicked off, by the way. Clyde Keating, goal for Ipswich. Clark Wolfen and Edmondson Davis. Travis Taylor, Broadhead, Chaplin, Burns and Jackson. Patterson in goal for Sunderland. Hume, O'Neill, Ballard, Alesse. Eckworth, Neil, Pritchard, Bellingham, Clark and Barr. Wow. Thank you so much. Dave has gifted 5 memberships. Grab one if you can, guys. Think we could nick this, says Kev. It's up for grabs, in the words of Brian Moore. Stop the dive. What is this diving thing? I need to see examples of this. Maybe I'm just oblivious, but here is Leif Davis. Hits the shot. It swerves back. Broadhead heads it across, and it is cleared out. 1-1, and we are into the second half now. Good hit that by Davis. It just swerved back at Patterson, who just kind of fisted it away with both hands there. Wanted to go outside in towards the far corner. Didn't quite get his line right. What a nice guy. Thank you so much. Help yourself, guys. Dave has just gifted 5 memberships. Dave, lovely guy, one of our members who's become a friend, as tends to happen on this channel, which is great. When am I next at Elland Road? Well, I'm definitely going to be there in round 46. I'm not missing Leeds v Southampton. Not sure when I'll be there next, though. Tom, come on, Sunderland. Sorry, Ben, Leeds fans. It's allowed. We allow freedom of speech in the chat on this channel. Just don't be a dick. It's fine to support your team, though, like Tom is indeed doing. Here is Leif Davis for Ipswich. Taylor, Broadhead. Broadhead's going to get crowded out, is he? No, he's done. I was going to say he's done really well. They couldn't get the pass off, could he? Cheers, everyone, and thank you for the support with the little membership purge there. Come on, Sunderland. Says Math. Luke, some big games coming up for Ipswich. West Brom seem to be rolling. Yes, they do. I think Kev's playing Where in the World from about 10 minutes ago there, but we'll stick up. Ollerton, Northamptonshire. I think I got stuck going through Ollerton on my way to Rotherham. I got diverted off the M1 and had to go cross country. Here come Sunderland. They're taking the direct route into the box. The attack breaks down, though. Burns gives it away. Referee Allison has blown for a foul on Lewis Travis. Guys, thank you so much for, look at all of this here. Mike with the super chat, Hector joining as a member, Paul with the super chat, and Dave gifting 5 memberships. Go and grab one if you want to get involved. Also get early access to my tribal football columns, although we did have some time off of that. Over Christmas. Jameson, I was brought up in the Leeds Ipswich glory days. That's why I respect Ipswich. Yeah. Not quite at the same time, were they? I suppose the Leeds era of dominance just ending as Ipswich sort of had their purple period at the late 70s. No, he's right, actually. I suppose Ipswich finished second in 75. Didn't they? Oh. Christ alive. We'll try and angle this way a little bit. Try and save my neck. Not fun, guys. Look after your neck. Alessi. Home it goes to Patterson. Oh, by the way, this is our yellow card minute for match bingo, isn't it? Come on, someone. Kick the ball away. Descent. Pull a shirt. Do it now. Do it quickly. The first line still hasn't gone in this one on match bingo. Home it goes. Southampton v Ipswich playoff final. Leeds are automatically promoted above Leicester. Then I woke up. Yeah, right. Yeah, Southampton look pretty unstoppable at the moment, don't they? Jackson trying to get in behind Ballard. Clever from Ballard, but he's fouled him. Ballard just gets in front and hits the deck. Mick Mills, not Mick Tolbert. He was in the Style Council. We now have a winner on match bingo. I'm not going to get the first line. There is Terry Butcher. There's a play for both, isn't there? The great Terry Butcher. Oh, did he play for Sunderland or was he just the manager? Sunderland manager, it says in 93. Here comes Sunderland down the left with Clark. Oh, that's not a good tackle. That's going to be a yellow card, surely, isn't it? Taylor completely missed timing that tackle and cleaning out. Really poor tackle from Taylor, wasn't it? A little bit more force. He'd have been in a lot of trouble there, Taylor. It's a free kick. Probably meter and a bit from the edge of the box. Pritchard, I think, is going to shoot from this one with the right foot. Or he's got Bellingham and Ballard on the back stick if he does want to just hang it up to the far post. It's a nice looking position for Sunderland. Pritchard shoots over the bar. What's the deal with match bingo? Buy a card for particular matches. Yeah, bingo cards are free every Saturday. They have done some promotions where you get free cards, but generally it's £2 for a card for a game. But Bingol's is always free, so that's a good way to get involved. Terry Butcher always had a bloodied bandage. I think it might have only been once, but it's a hell of a famous picture. What is that? England versus Sweden or something? Or Denmark is some World Cup qualifier, isn't it? Jamie, I remember when I thought selling Jack Clark for 10 million to Spurs was a top deal. At the time it was. Well, you can't know what you know now then, can you? Easy to be wise after the event, isn't it? Too many people are. Sweden. There you go. I was right. Once a day, guys. Once a day. I'll be right. Davis to Taylor to Edmondson. Oh, Wolfen given away to Bellingham. Travis slides in, does well to win it back, and then kind of swipes it over and does Sunderland's work for him. Gets it out to Abdoulaye Ba, who beats Edmondson, who's surely going to go in the book now himself. Ipswich racking up the yellow cards here. Travis just got in his own way there, didn't he? Won the tackle and then gave it to Ba on the wing. And yeah, it's a definite yellow card, isn't it? It's a hand on the shoulder for a Ba. And another free kick to Sunderland, who are on top as we come up towards minute 55. Andrew, you absolute bloody legend. Cheers to you, sir. Is that a super sticker or a super chat? I don't know what it is, but we drink to you anyway. Thanks, buddy. £5 on there. That really, really is too kind. Did Abdoulaye Ba get booked for doing that? Because he should have. Yeah, well done. Referee's been decent here. I've agreed with pretty much everything. Free kick comes in. Is that a corner or is that a goal kick? It is a goal kick. Yeah, thanks again to Andrew. So much support today. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you all. As all of you self-employed people know, it is tax bill time this month. So, yeah, I'm just going to stay overdrawn forever, I think. But I really, really appreciate your support as we try and make best out of this. Jace, Taylor isn't having a good game. Hopefully he'll redeem himself with a Taylor special. Yeah, he has struggled a bit, hasn't he? Don't like to say that, but I don't disagree. Wolfenden, a bit of a hospital ball there for Edmondson. Broadhead with a clever chest control. The aforementioned Taylor mistimes his jump. And the ball is back with Sunderland. And it remains 1-1. And Caden Jackson is down again. He's holding his shoulder. Or is he just trying to draw attention? I think he's just trying to draw attention to Luke O'Neill's elbow. I mean, whatever you say about that, the ref was never going to see it. It was completely hidden round there. Not quite the same ferocity as the one we saw last night for Giannoulis of Norwich. Neither were punished. And we move on. Nicely worked by Sunderland. Ooh, Harry Clark does well against Jack Clark there. If he didn't win that, Ipswich would have had the sight of Jack Clark in behind on the left-hand side. Ballard is as strong as anything, isn't he? Good player, Ballard, the Sunderland centre-half. He just edges Caden Jackson out for a Sunderland throw. And it's given away. Little bit messy. I'd probably say Sunderland have edged the second half, but not much in the way of chances. Lovely feat by Leif Davis there, who's travelling forward and come inside and gave the ball away. The Davis-Broadhead combination hasn't really happened today for Ipswich, has it? Not forward by Pritchard. Long range effort by Ba. Let me know in the comments, guys. I don't know whether I'm going to do a hot takes video tomorrow because now we've got the check-in podcast on Monday. That video might go by the way. I could do a watch along for QPR and Watford. It would be 3 for the weekend. Give us a thumbs up in the comments if you would be interested in a QPR Watford watch along, and we can make that tomorrow's video. And then instead of hot takes, we'll get Sam Parkin's hot take, which I'm sure you'll all enjoy on the Championship Check-In podcast on Monday night. So let me know in the chat if you'd like to see a Watford QPR watch-along tomorrow. Gladkey has it at the back for Ipswich. Taylor does well. Round the corner. Here's Travis. Travis to Clark. Clark back to Taylor. Taylor to Edmondson. To Davis. Good football from Ipswich. Broadhead knocks that one back to Edmondson. To Taylor. Ooh. Given away. And can Sunderland quickly break? Wes Burns may have just talked himself into the book. Ref blows for a foul by Burns on Neil. And I think referee Allison does have the yellow card in his hand. Ipswich had a hell of a lot of bookings today. Always like a watch along. We can bring it to you if you want. Taylor, Edmondson, Clark, and Burns all in the book for Ipswich. And I think, is that my yellow card in the minute ending in 9, finally? 20 minutes too late. Is it a choice between a watch along or hot takes? Yeah, probably. Taylor nicely received from Flagkey, and Taylor bursts through the centre and then gets terribly overexcited. Tries a through ball while sprinting and just boots it straight through to Patterson in goal. Dempsey, though. Ben, what do you think of Birmingham's performance today now under Mowbray? I'll have to give it a look. During the... Oh, here comes Broadhead. Broadhead into the box. Broadhead crosses in, headed away. It's going to fall to Chaplin. Chaplin hits the shot, well blocked by O'Neill. During the 3 o'clock kickoffs today, I had to go and get a new bulb for my headlight, which went out on my car. And then Enid's lovely grandma bought her a Sylvanian family's house from someone down the road, and Shelley and I went to go and collect it. So not massively well up on the 3 p.m.s and exactly what happened, but we will have a look ahead of the Championship Check-In podcast. Clark. Burns knocks it back to Wolfenden, who is not being pressed. Sunderland happy to sit off while the Ipswich centre-halves have the ball and then go in and press as soon as they try and play through the lines. Hence why Lewis Travis has just dropped back a little bit further. They've worked it quite well, though, and Harry Clark is travelling forward. Clark tries an ambitious ball through to Jackson. Burns recycles it, though. Here is Taylor. Taylor outside of the foot to Davis. Well played by Ipswich. Davis tried to play it into Jackson. They win it again with Travis. Travis to the edge of the box. Travis. Burns. Cross is blocked. Ipswich putting the pressure on here. Can they make a chance, though? Sunderland defending well and winning the ball back. No foul by Clark there. Taylor miscontrols. Clark tries to burst forward. Good feet by Clark. Chaplin back to Clark. Clark shooting position. Good save by Patterson. Big chance for Ipswich there. Unfortunately, it fell to the right back, but it was really nicely worked, wasn't it? Good patient football by Ipswich. Can they keep it going? Wolfenden again stands on the ball as Ipswich look to build up the way they just did. Jack, another comfortable win for Corberans. Baggies today. Indeed, he confirmed Feynman is coming in during the post-match. Not sure how I feel about it. Well, you have your say in the chat, guys. What a chance this was for Harry Clark. He did really well. Got to get that across the keeper. But he did so well in the build-up. If you look, he neither put his laces through it or crossed it with kind of more of a side foot then. Interesting. A watch along would be good if possible. Well, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a word with HQ and see what she has to say. And that'll be what I'm going to do, probably. Sunderland playing across their own box here. Hector would really like Ipswich to get second. Guarantees a non-parachute club goes up. Yeah. For the underdog story, it would be good. Obviously, it's not the parachute team's fault. The system is the way it is. Always struggle with this guy's name. Ayochiche has come on for Bar. Enjoy the hot takes as they become a regular spot on the channel. But everyone loves a watch along. So completely wish it could be both. Oh, thank you guys for the kind comments. I read Hurst returning on January the 29th. No, it's going to be a lot longer than that. Dempsey, though, ruptured hamstring. Not good. Ben, would you realistically at this point take finishing in the top 6 as an Ipswich fan? As I said, if you've done your maths and your homework, Ipswich would have to massively drop off to not finish in the top 6. You'd be talking about sort of less than a point per game, so relegation form, in order to not be around the sort of high 75 to 80 points mark. So I've come to assume that Ipswich are going to finish in the playoffs. And of course, League One promoted team finishing in the playoffs. Sunderland fans will tell you about that last season. Of course, you'd take that, but obviously expectations raised when you win as many points as Ipswich have. All given away. It's going to be a huge chance. Oh, what a miss! Oh, and is it the new guy Ayochiche? Oh, Ipswich get away with one massively there. Playing out there, Hladky stands on the ball. It gets intercepted. And how has Ayochiche not scored there? Takes a touch with the right foot and he just shanks right across it, slices it. And Sunderland should be 2-1 up there, shouldn't they? It's a big miss that for Sunderland. Goodness me. Hladky back on the ball, though. That's how they've been asked to play. Leicester Saints, Ipswich, West Brom and Coventry. Yeah, that sounds like a realistic top 6. Because I can rarely attend a watch along, I'll vote the consistency of catching up with the hot takes. Sorry to read that. What we say now. Rangers, 96 million in debt. No good. No good. Lucky escape. Yes, indeed. Dominic Bull, Jeremy Sarmiento and Amari Hutchinson are coming on for Ipswich. And the one thing I will say about having main first team players missing is that it does feel like your bench can make more of an impact because the quality of the first team is lower as a result. So this might be an interesting few changes for Ipswich. And here they come. Let's blow that candle out. Who's coming out for Ipswich? Caden Jackson. So, we might see Broadhead up front. Lewis Travis is out for Don Ball, or we might see Sarmiento up front. We'll see who lines up. Wes Burns is coming out. Burns looks none too pleased. So I'm guessing Nathan Broadhead's going to go up front, but I don't know. We'll see who ends up there. Broadhead has gone up front. So it's going to be Sarmiento down the left and Hutchinson down the right. What would it take for ours to get back up if relegated? Oh, it's hard, man. It's hard. League One sucks. It really does. You have to be such a hybrid of a team. You have to be able to, essentially, in League One, you have a combination, and it's very difficult to play against, of ex-Premier League teams, and with respect to the smaller teams in League One, sides that have almost got a non-league set up, and you've got to be able to go against both, and it is not the same thing. Who's the best Ipswich player? The one who's worth the most money is probably Leif Davis. The best? Who knows? Broadhead's probably the match winner. Morsey's the most influential. Sarmiento will either stink the place out or score a wonder goal. I'll go for the latter. Andrew, great channel, or hope for the latter. Hope Ipswich have a great year. Always keep an eye on them over the years from Legion. Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you again for your super chat and your membership on the channel. Really appreciate everyone's support. 69 gone. Kieran McKenna has gone to the bench. Here is Sarmiento. Did he get pulled there? Referee says no. Equad dives in on Taylor. Might get a yellow card for that, mightn't he? No, maybe I don't think he will. He didn't quite leave his feet there. So ref's been good, actually. I've liked referee Allison the last couple of times I've seen. I think he got that one right as well. Arnold Murin, best Ipswich player ever. It's a good debate, isn't it? Normally goes to Kevin Beattie that on it, doesn't it? Here is Leif Davis, slides it through. Broadhead is offside. Couldn't quite time his run. Excellent from Davis, though. Broadhead's got to make these runs in behind. He's got to time them better than that. He's miles offside, isn't he? Bless him. There's a big diag to Pritchard. Knock back to Clark. Clark back to Equa. And Pritchard on the left wing. Neil. Saint just got home from the Saints game. Think we've got a race on that for the top two, mate. I think that race has been on for a good couple of months, hasn't it? Southampton in electric form, 19 undefeated. I think 8 home wins in a row in the EFL as well, if I haven't got my stats right. Used to like Dom Ball. Helped, yeah, he's a good lad, Dom Ball. I think he's got a book as well, which is supposed to be very good. Not a great reader myself, but that is one of my New Year's resolutions. This is banned from my bedroom now, so we're not watching TV before we go to sleep. We are reading this year. So if anyone's got if there are any bookworms in the chat, anyone's got any good book recommendations, stick them in there. Oh, Wolfenden nearly gets robbed by Pritchard then. Goodness me. Pritchard's hurt himself. And Ipswich are continuing. Pritchard presumably has stayed down. Knocked into Hutchinson and knocked on. Well worked by Ipswich. Chaplin, Hutchinson into the box. Hutchinson hits the shot. It's blocked. And I would think it's a corner. If not, that's hit Nathan Broadhead on the way through. Good work there by Ipswich. Good football. Yes, blocked by O'Neill. Up the borough, everyone, says Graham. Good win for them today. At Millwall, and a good week for them. They beat Chelsea earlier in the week. Guys, help me out one more time. We'll do it in a minute. In fact, corner comes in, headed away by Ballard, the absolute unit in defence for Sunderland. Like him a lot. Here is Hutchinson again. Hutchinson knocks it back. Wolfenden slid down the line. Hutchinson. Oh, nice feet by Hutchinson. Sarmiento goes over and takes over. Sarmiento into the box. Oh, nice feet by him. Puts the cross in low. Oh, they've got it half cleared. Hutchinson hits the shot, blocked. Ipswich looking good now. They're starting to put the pressure on. Wolfenden, Clark. The subs have made a difference, actually. The two wingers, Hutchinson and Sarmiento, the two Premier League loanees. Chaplin again. Hutchinson knocks that one back to Clark, to Taylor. Ipswich with their tails up. Hutchinson crosses left-footed. Not much of a physical presence without George Hurst in there, is there? And it is going to be a throw-in to Town. Or is it going to be a free kick? Did he foul him there, Chiche? He did. It is, in fact, going to be a free kick. Excuse me. That's the other problem with heat in this room. It gets so dry with that heater. And look, that's it for the water bottle. Free kick, Ipswich. Leif Davis is going to take it. Davis crosses in, headed goalwards, headed into the back of the net. Davis with yet another assist. And it is the smallest player probably on the pitch. Connor Chaplin has found space. He heads it into the back of the net. They were putting the pressure on Ipswich, and with 15 to go, is Ipswich 2, Sunderland 1. It is poor marking from Sunderland. Look, he stands still near the penalty spot there, Connor Chaplin, and he heads it into the back of the net to give Ipswich the lead. It's yet another assist for the brilliant Leif Davis at left back. It's a really good header by Chaplin, considering, given his height, he probably doesn't get too much practice. 9th goal of the season. And they were on top, Ipswich, and they've scored while they were on top. 2-1. Get your comments in. Late to the feed. Do we look like getting a second goal, Paul? It's just gone in there, my friend. Yes, my man Chaplin. The pizza is here, Carbos. Enjoy. Joey with the applause. Ipswich 2, Sunderland 1, and the camera's gone on Ayuchiche, who gave away the free kick for the goal. Ipswich lead 2-1. Would be a vital win for Ipswich, but put it this way, we have seen plenty of goals in games at Portman Road this season, and this one is not over. Connor Chaplin, baby. Indeed. He has given Ipswich the lead with 15 to play here. Ipswich 2, Sunderland 1. Another goal for Ipswich. My prediction will come up. Guys, I was going to ask you if you wouldn't mind being so kind as to give us a like spike. We're at 94. I'd love to take us over 100. If everyone could hit like right now, you've got 9 seconds. Go. Thank you so much for the support. Just hitting the thumbs up makes a big difference on the algorithms and the YouTube rankings and all of that good stuff. So if we can get over 100, it is a massive help for us here. And I appreciate each and every one of you who have hit the like button. Here is Equa. Pritchard. Oh, Pritchard give and go with Jack Clark. Jack Clark knocks it inside. Edmondson hoofs it clear. How crucial could Southampton away to Leeds be last game of the season? Unless it's all done, extremely crucial. I'll endeavour to get a ticket for that game. That could be great fun, couldn't it? Here is Equa. Alesse. That's a foul by Harry Clark on Jack Clark, and they've played it quickly. Alesse is forward and goes to cross low. Oh, he's missed his kick in the middle there. They're going to recycle here. Hume, and it's cleared away. Ipswich hanging on their nerves. Goodness me, is that another foul by I thought it was Chiche again. Hume with the foul at that time. Oh, it was Chiche in the middle, wasn't it? Just got ahead of the ball. He had a tap in if he timed his run perfectly. This could still end 4-3 after Ipswich's crazy home wins. Well, exactly. They're just replaying the free kick that Ipswich scored from. It was a soft one. If you buy the what goes around comes around theory, Ipswich had one like that go against them where there was a seeming clear foul in the build up to Leeds winning the corner in that game to give Leeds the lead. But you've got to defend the set play and you've got to not go on and lose the game 4-0 like Ipswich did in that one. But, yep, not an unreasonable take. Here is Wolfenden to Hladky. To Edmondson. Nice little back heel by Sarmiento. And it's carried forward by Taylor, who does drive really well from midfield. And then, oh dear, plays it behind Sarmiento. Just some of his passing tonight, Taylor. His radar's just been off. Sarmiento gets held back there by Ekwa and wins a free kick in a very similar position than Ipswich just scored from. Sarmiento looks lively, actually, doesn't he? $80 on the clock here, 10 to go. Ipswich 2, Sunderland 1. Most assists in all 4 divisions since July 2022. Leif Davis ahead of Mohamed Salah. How about that? To be fair, Mohamed Salah only plays 38 games a season, but still, what an achievement by Leif Davis. Can he get another one? In comes the free kick. Oh, they've hit the post. How have they not scored, Ipswich? Goodness me. Should have had another one there. I think it was Luke Wolfenden coming in on the back post. Seemed to be on the goal line, and he smashed it against the post. Oh, if Sunderland level this one up, Ipswich is going to really regret that missed chance. Surely a shove in the back by Pritchard there. Not given. It went right across the box. I think it was Chaplin again on the near post. Possibly tried to chest it goalwards and then Wolfenden arriving. I'm not sure how that doesn't end up in the back of the net as Edmondson hoiks that one up in the air. And Harry Clark gets it clear. Broadhead's there. Prodded away. Oh, goodness me. Sarmiento is a heavy, heavy tackle there. Oh, whoever got there second was going to foul the other. It wasn't a good, I've got to admit, the way Sarmiento went in was not clever there. I think he's got lucky if he's got there first, even though he's taken a massive hit. If he got there second, he was getting red carded the way he slid in there. Who was it on the other side of it? I think it was Hume. Goodness me. That was a proper slobber knocker, that one. As they went in for that, all I could think is someone's getting red carded here. I think that's what O'Neill's now discussing with referee Allison. Let's have a look at this. I think, to be fair to Sarmiento, he just pulled out of it at the end, didn't he? If he'd gone in with his legs straight like that, he was going to be in all sorts of trouble. So again, I do think referee Allison has probably called that one right, hasn't he? I think Trey Hume's just saying, well, look, he smashed into me. It was a 50-50, but it was pretty hefty from both players, I've got to say. And I think Russin is coming in, the Sunderland striker, and Pritchard coming out. They need a goal, and they put the Ukrainian in. Pritchard just having a word with Mick Beale, not happy about something. And Nazeri Rusin does give him a bit more physicality and a focal point and an actual striker up top. Knock forward to Davis. Davis to Sarmiento, who's back in the game. And Edmondson, who can't be far from Ipswich's man of the match here. Oh, that's run loose in the box. Surely that's a penalty. Chaplin hits the shot and it goes wide. Oh, my goodness me. I do not understand how... I think referee Allison has been really good today. That looked an absolute nailed-on penalty. Oh, goodness me. I'm going to get accused of bias because I'm an Ipswich fan. Let's have a look at this. Oh, my goodness me. He's had an absolute ricket there. You just will not see a more blatant penalty than that, would you? Goodness me. Maybe he's just got a bit confused. Oh, crikey. Oh, dearie me. I really hope this doesn't end a draw now because everyone's going to say it's a nailed-on penalty. Chaplin went on and hit the shot. Was it Hume who went in? I think they're still complaining about it. Dearie me. Hutchinson got, I promise, if that was Sunderland versus Rotherham, I would be saying that's a nailed-on penalty for Rotherham. Goodness me. In comes the corner and it is cleared away. So if you believe in what goes around comes around, if you didn't think it was a free kick for the Ipswich goal, well, how about that? Chaplin tries to knock that one down the line. Ref. I don't want to go in too hard on referees. And actually, I've been full of praise for referee Allison tonight. I think he's been really good. But, yeah, I don't know what he's thinking there. Move on. Move on. Here is O'Neill. Here comes Bellingham. Little slide through to Ekwah, cleared away by Wolfenden. Clark. Hutchinson back to Clark. Oh, lovely turn by Chaplin. Chaplin carries the ball forward. Hutchinson. Ballard goes across. Ballard's been excellent, hasn't he, at the back for Sunderland. He's come bombing up the pitch now, having won the ball. Tries to play it in the channel, and that should be Kladke's ball. I think he could have probably let that go, but he didn't want to take any chances. And he gives away the throw-in to Sunderland. I think he thought O'Neill got a slight touch on the ball. I mean, well, I'll talk about that in a second. Hume crosses in. We've got to be clear. Forget the ball. I always remember listening to Keith Hackett's podcast, and he said, don't be confused by the ball. It really doesn't matter most of the time. If you fly through and just clean someone out and foul them, the ball is kind of irrelevant. You can win the ball and it be a foul. You can not win the ball and it not be a foul. Here is Ekwah for Sunderland trying to get themselves a late equalizer. In it comes and Wolfenden gets it clear. Uh, 24 assists. Oyu over here. Calm down, first of all. The stat was from July 2022, 24 assists. Keep calm. You may have had a tough day, fella, but it's okay. We play nicely in the chat here. No need for any outrage. Yeah, I did see the stat about assists, yeah. So Leif Davis had 24 and Mo Salah had 20. But let's all play nicely in the chat. Broadhead out, Harness in. Has he gone up front now? Ipswich so badly struggling for a striker. Mason Burstow is on for for Chelsea then. He's on loan from Chelsea. He's on for Sunderland. So it looks like my signal has decreased. So apologies if I'm a bit pixelated. Hopefully that's going to kick back in very, very soon. We have an unstable connection currently. My bad. Looks like it's figuring out himself. Anyone who knows about StreamYard will know that it's the scourge of your life. I would have assisted more, says Anna. Of course you would. 89:20 on the clock. We are heading towards stoppage time. Let me just say one more thanks to the guys over at Match Bingo for my card today and sponsoring the show. I am not going to win today, am I? Not good. But there you go. You get involved in Match Bingo. And if you do, tell them I sent you by going matchbingo.co.uk/BBFC. How much stoppage time do you reckon there's going to be? 6? 7? Get your guesses in. You got 5 seconds. Quickly. Before you know the answer. Knock forward long, and that's going to go through to Hladky, who all of a sudden, from looking really assured, has looked horrible with his feet. Oh, only 5. Interesting. I thought it might be more than that. 5 minutes stoppage time. Foul. There you go. If you said this, Colin and Robert, you were correct. Beale will not last long here at Sunderland. He's awful. Isn't it a bit soon to say that, Noe? Already many want rid, and a few more games like this, they'll be hounded out. Oh, here's that Wolfenden chance. My God, he was like 2 yards out and he put it against the post. You won't want to see that again. Oh, what a miss. Goodness me. Poor old Wolfie. 1 minute of the stoppage time has been killed. But it is a throw-in to Sunderland. Beats the... God, yeah, we were playing forever in the first game of the season, wasn't it? Connor Chaplin has been given the man of the match. As it stands, he is the scorer of the winning goal. But still, stoppage time to play, and Sunderland could get themselves an equaliser here. In goes the cross. Not like that. Hladky just stands still and out it goes. And that should probably tick the clock up to 92 minutes if Hladky takes his sweet time with the goal kick. As we tick over the 92-minute mark, 5 minutes minimum stoppage time. Hladky's kicking is just absolutely gone now, hasn't it? Sarmiento does well, though, and wins. Ipswich a throw-in. Leif Davis going in super slow motion, as every player of every team does when they're defending the lead in stoppage time in a tight game. Davis ekes out another 10 seconds taking the throw. Harness tries to turn his man, and he wins another throw for Ipswich. And Axel Tuanzebe is going to come on for Town. I assume they're going to go 3 at the back. And Connor Chaplin is going to try and take as long as he possibly can to leave the pitch here. And give the captain's armband out and all of that good stuff. So let's be frank about this. We're going to see that clock count up to 96 minutes now with this substitution and the subsequent removal of the captain's armband and all of that good stuff. I don't know who he's giving it to, actually, but on comes Tuanzebe. Ipswich have made their 5th sub, which just has ticked up on match bingo for me, but a bit late in the day for that now, lads. Oh, that looked like a foul and not given. Interesting. Looked like Harness was upended, but yeah, not given. Ipswich pressing Sunderland at the back. They don't want to get caught too high up in their press here, Ipswich, but it has worked. They've run it out of play. No, it stayed in. No, it is a throw-in. Yeah, fair play. Ipswich there, nice and brave. Got to go, Ben. See you soon, Purple Bungalow. 3-2 to Man City in the Premier League. They love a win, don't they, Man City, in the 90th minute, hey? The ball is going to go back again to Patterson. Only as far as Clark. And Clark does really well, and that is going to be another Ipswich throw-in. I think Tuanzebe is going to take this. Hurls it down the line, looking for Hutchinson, who's got no chance in the air against Ballard. Wolfenden goes down, and George Edmondson just boots it down the ground. Right, that's the 95. I suspect we're going to go another minute, given the substitution and Chaplin taking his time to get off. So I make it about 50 seconds of stoppage time to go as Edmondson, who's been very good for Ipswich, wins another header. And they just got to keep on pressing now, Ipswich, for another 10 seconds. And the whistle has gone. That is a big, big win for Ipswich. Without Sam Morsey, without Cameron Burgess, Massimo Luongo and George Hurst, 4 first-team players from the strongest team, all out. And they have managed to beat Sunderland 2-1 to take back second place from Southampton in the table. Let's throw up the championship table as it stands right now. And Ipswich, amazingly, the losers today are actually Leicester. If you look, everybody there has won. Coventry, West Brom, Leeds, Southampton and Ipswich all get the win, and Leicester are defeated today. Ipswich go up to 58 points. So they've got a 3-point lead on Southampton. Ipswich, let me remind you, it's the 13th of January and a League One side last season is still second in the Championship. Incredible work from Kieran McKenna to hold off the Year One parachute teams of Southampton and Leeds this long. Incredible, incredible league table. It was Jack Clark with the opening goal. Ipswich coming from behind yet again, as they've done so many times this season. Clark touched with his left foot, smashes it in the top corner with his right foot. Then Caden Jackson is a bit of a lucky bounce for Ipswich in the build-up. Chaplin tries to lay it off. I forget who it bounces off, and Jackson runs in and finishes really, really well. Steps up and gets the goal in George Hurst's absence. Ipswich had a good spell in the second half and scored during it, which you have to do, don't you? Headed in by Connor Chaplin. Another Leif Davis assist there. Outstanding from him. Somewhat of a strange decision for Ipswich not to get a penalty as Amari Hutchinson got clattered inside the box. Not given, but Ipswich do held out in the end. Thank you so much, Carbos. Norwegian Krona, I think. Thank you so much in the super chat. Thank you for your comments, everybody. I am off to go and have a takeaway with the missus, and if she's got her timing right, it'll be like 5 minutes away as I walk out the door. Guys, you've been amazing with your support in the chat tonight. Thank you, Mike and Hector and Paul and Dave and Andrew and Carbos right at the end there. We love it. I'll let you know on social whether we're going to do a watch along tomorrow or perhaps we'll do the hot takes again. I'm I've got to admit, I'm hinting towards a watch along. So maybe see you tomorrow lunchtime for the third watch along of the weekend. I am loving it. Thank you for watching. And it is an over and out from me.
Now, you might see a YouTuber with millions of subscribers and views a week driving a Bentley. It's a bit more modest, I have to say, when you're covering the Championship. So if you can find a few quid each month to support over on Patreon or by hitting the join button here, you are making the